I'm Red Harris again, Coopler behind the camera, and we're well on the way to getting our buggy rolling on the road. We've checked all of our hardware, our screws are tight. We have checked our mesh, and it's about where we think it should be. Now we're going to check to make sure that the factory oiled our air filter. Very important. So we just pull this baby off of there. Should come right off. We can pull that off too, doesn't matter. Now there's a screw on the end of this. It's a socket in this case. Undo the socket, pop off the rain cover, and here we have our air filter. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but there is oil on this. That's good. The factory has done a great job on this buggy so far. I didn't find hardly any loose screws. The mesh was good, and they oiled my filter. Now there are some factories where you have to do all that yourself. Okay, let's say that you check this and there was no oil. I don't know if you can see it. My finger is all greasy there.
Yep, see.
Good. There's oil on there. A lot of times it's colored, okay? This is clear. But let's say you found this dry, okay? We don't want to run a dry filter because the oil will really stop the dirt from going down our carburetor into our engine. Any dirt going down the carburetor into our engine, 30,000 RPMs, you can imagine little pieces of rock and dirt in there. It makes short work of your engine, and you'll have to use the Himoto engine replacement program a lot earlier than you would. So let's pretend that there was no oil on this. What you do is get yourself a sandwich bag, put that in there. Here we have filter oil. Okay, you can get this stuff at any hobby supply like A-Main or Tower, or you can go to your motorcycle store and you can buy a jug of it for almost the same price as what I paid for this. It's just two-stroke air filter oil, okay? It's the exact same thing. All you need to do is put a couple drops into the bag. Now this is blue so you can see it. Can you see that?
Yep.
That's more than enough. Okay, more than enough. Seal your bag and just knead it around for however long it takes. Now I like the blue because obviously blue oil, white filter, you can really tell when you've got the whole thing saturated. Okay? Now when I say saturated, I don't mean dripping wet. Those 2 drops that you saw in there is more than enough. Okay? And it will make this whole thing blue if I work with it. Here we are about 5 minutes later. You should be able to see that filter is blue now, which is why I like the blue oil. Now I want to stress that if your filter came oiled from the factory, you don't have to redo it. This was just for demonstration purposes. Now I'm going to put it back. Screw back on. Now, you notice there's one zip tie here, and there is not one zip tie here. Before you run your buggy, you really should have 2 zip ties. I guess when you're breaking it in, it won't matter because you'll be doing slow circles in front of your house in the street. But once you start to seriously run your buggy, you're going to want to zip tie these because you do not want these to come off in the dirt. You'll suck dirt down your engine, and that'll be the end of her. So throw this baby back on there. And voila. We've oiled our filter, tightened our screws. What else have we done? Oh, we did our mesh. We're getting a lot closer now.